Hi, I'm JotaKa's, and after 12 blog posts, I thought of making a vlog so I can personally make a hi to you. So this is my first hi, and to make this occasion more memorable, I thought of making a review on an album that I love, which is Jethro Tull, A Passion Play. This album is a concept album by Jethro Tull, which is a band of the late 60s, early 70s, which plays to the day, that plays mostly progressive rock and some folk things. The main complaint of everyone with Jethro Tull is that he uses a lot of flutes. Ian Anderson, the singer, plays a lot of flutes in the middle of their career, so most tracks, most albums have a lot of flute. Most people are more familiarized with this one, Jethro Tull Aqualung. It is a pretty decent album, and most people would say it's one of the greatest albums of all time, and obviously the greatest Jethro Tull album. I don't like it as much as this one. This is definitely first place, but this is also a great album. It is not a concept album. That's maybe why I like A Passion Play more. This one isn't. But I'm not talking about this one, although pretty good. I'm talking about A Passion Play. It only has, the cover is a dead ballerina with in black and white and A Passion Play written here. As you can see, there's only two tracks, A Passion Play Part 1, A Passion Play Part 2, and the story of the hare who lost his spectacles, that will be talked about later. The main problem of seeing this album or reading it in the subway or in the bus like I was yesterday is that most people will think you're gay. There's a ballerina in here, a ballerina in here. The cover art also has a ballerina here, and to make matters worse, the CD is lime green and pink and has a little butterfly here. Chris Ellis is the producer of the albums. It is owned by Ian Anderson, the singer. On the cover art, there is, this is the 2003 remastered edition. There is a letter from Ian Anderson here to a critic that made a bad critic to it when it was released. There's also pictures of the hare who lost his spectacles. It was a video that they passed in an intermission in the show, in the concerts. There's also the lyrics, purple and pink, masculine. And there's a booklet. There's a theater booklet here. It is pretty awesome, I think, because the whole thing is trying to simulate a play, a passion play. There's the lyrics in a horrible, horrible, horrible layout. It is just useless paper thrown out. There is more of the booklet and the final lyrics. Again, purple and pink. The album itself talks about a guy whose name isn't mentioned. I call him Tommy because I think that's amusing. That dies in like the first verse and goes to purgatory, where they pass his life in a movie theater kind of way, and they discover that he goes to heaven. This all was the first side. This phrase was just the first side, the part 1. Then the hare who lost his spectacles is played. It is actually a child's book that one of them was trying to make. It tells the story of a rabbit who lost his glasses. All the woodland creatures try to help him, like the owl, the newt, the bee, and the kangaroo. And there's a lot of bad puns, like the owl that scowled, ha ha ha, the guru that thought himself as a guru, so he can guru, ha ha ha, the newt that knew too much, ha ha, and the bee that began, ha ha. It's not funny. So after that goes back to the part 2. So Tommy goes to heaven and finds itself to be pretty boring. Heaven is boring because most people there just keep waiting for newcomers to come and ask them how was the passion play being life. So bored as hell, Tommy goes to God and asks him if he can go to hell to see if what's there. This is a spot where Jethro Tull really screwed up things. In the Aqualung album, there's actually a song named My God, which is a pretty bad critic to Christians and goddess people in general. And over here, there's a nine sentence about how the creation of God was made. No deities. It was only made by man. It is a pretty strong message. You should read it. So the position of Jethro Tull with God is pretty established as a bad one. They don't like the concept of God. But in this case, God really lets him go to hell. He says, and I quote, "Do as the loving heathen do." He's pretty awesome. God says, go to hell. If you're not happy here, go. So Tommy goes to hell and finds Lucifer, which is kind of a cold guy, a really bad cold guy. And there's a pretty decent guitar riff there. But Tommy discovers that hell is hell. Hell is boring as well. So he goes to this Magus per Day fellow that says that if he gets a train, he can resurrect. I don't think he resurrected. I think he went to limbo. He died. Most people think he resurrected. I don't think God and Lucifer would be so kind to go, "You will be stuck here forever unless you go see that guy and get that train." I don't see that. I don't see that. So how does it all hold up? It is one of the best, if not the best concept album in my opinion. And I know concept albums. I hear them a hell lot. This is a great concept album. If you don't know what this is, go find out. But this one is better. If you don't know Jethro Tull works, go listen to Aqualung. It is awesome. Then listen to A Passion Play. It is more awesome. This is JotaKa signing off.